What's up? Don't let the feminist ideology destroy your mentality as a black man. Now, I think we live in a day and age where it's okay for a man not to be a man, especially in the black community. And one thing that I think is making us deteriorate as black men and we're out of the position we're supposed to be in is because we're going towards more of a matriarchy. And I remember last night I was having a conversation with my brother and we were talking about all these type of things, and he was one of those guys, no offense to him, but he was just one of those guys that's like, a woman should do whatever they want, and the woman should be the one that's super successful and the leader. And I'm not against an intelligent woman being successful. I'm not against any of that. But what I'm saying is I think it's a way that the black man and woman can get together, and that's the only way they can really get together. The black man and black woman can't get together through matriarchy. They can't get together through the woman being the leader of the household, because that it goes against our gender roles. And I'm not one of these guys that thinks that it's just a social construct. I'm not one of those guys that thinks that that's just out of nowhere. All that stuff is rooted in biology, and I think in the household of the black family there is an effort on breaking up the black family. And that's why you see throughout history the white man has been the leader over the black woman and over the black man and over the white woman. And so that's why we definitely see, there isn't a lot of respect for the black man from the black woman nowadays. And I'm not a guy that's going to sit here and say, okay, just beat black women over the head and get them right. And, and I think that it is some of that needs to happen. Obviously, it's even with the men, the men got to make themselves right, the black men. But I would say that the thing we have to understand is that we have to bring the leadership back into the black community with the black man. I think that nowadays it's never really been a thing where the black man was really ruling over the black woman. It's really just been the white man ruling over everybody. So that's the thing we have to really look at. And now we're at a point where, okay, everybody getting their freedom. We're not slaves anymore. And so the black woman is only really giving that utmost respect to the white man. And I remember I having a conversation with my brother, and I was basically saying, like, okay, black women don't need to wear these bleached blonde wigs and this straight hair, long hair, because post-colonization or prior to colonization, prior to us being Europeanized and colonized and being in enslavement, you didn't see the black woman wearing this straight hair, long wigs. They embraced the African features, right? And like, I used to think to myself, like, what, a woman do what they want to do, let them do what they want to do. But I think if you want the black community to come together, it's not just about having the black man be a certain way. The black man has to have the black family a certain way, and a woman is definitely a part of that. So I think if the black man is going to be the leader and he's going to be the patriarch in the household, the person that's going to lead the household, then he has to have the family actually follow under him. And with that, that's why we have to go towards embracing being black and loving being black. And the standard of beauty won't be Eurocentric. And I think that we had a conversation about that. He disagreed, I disagreed, but I think in the end we have to focus on black people loving themselves and getting away from delusion and stuff, and disguising it as, oh, I'm just doing what I want to do. We have to get away from that. And I think that comes when the black man is actually the leader of the household, right? And the black woman isn't just giving all the real respect to the white man. Because I think in a lot of ways that is true. And that's not even the thing that, I'm not even going to lie about. I feel like my Even my own mom is kind of like that in a lot of ways. Like, you really only give like the ultimate amount of respect when it comes to authority to the white man. But when a black man want to exercise his authority inside of the household or inside of the black community, we don't really respect that as much, and we say something wrong with that, right? And so that's the thing we have to understand, bro. That if we want to see the black community come together, it's gonna have to be a patriarchy. The black woman is gonna have to listen and follow under the black man, right? We're not gonna come together through the woman being the leader and the man being the submissive one. That's not how we're gonna do it. That's not how it's gonna be, and that's gonna only cause us to go further apart from each other. And one guy I listened to a lot, he gave me a lot of knowledge about this. It's a guy named Marquette, and I listen to a lot of what he says about it, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas and stuff from. But that's kind of I wanted to say that just because I don't want to act like I just came up with that. I think that's knowledge just being out there, but it makes a lot of sense, man, that especially if you're a black man and you want to see the black community come together and you want to create something around that and make us stronger and just better, then we have to focus on the black men and the black women actually coming together, not just using these things like, we can't do it through the government. It has to be a certain way. And anytime you see when a black man is strong and a black man is powerful, he's always going to be the leader of the household. It's never going to be the woman over him. And I think in the black community, we live in a matriarchy. But with all that being said, that's pretty much all I got to say. And I do have a guide on if there's a black man out there who's trying to self-improve, who's trying to be the best version of themselves, who's trying to organize with black men in their community and just eat healthier, learn how to organize with the black community. Not only that, but get better with finances, becoming more financially literate. If you're a black man out there that's interested in that, the link for that will be in the comments of my video, the description of my video. And if you click on my channel in the bio section, you'll see the link for that right there. So click on that, check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. Peace out.